Have you ever considered how you take communion or why you're taking communion, not just doing it because they're handing it out in church? And have you ever really searched your heart to see if you should actually be taking communion that day? I remember back in college when I was not walking in my faith. I had taken some time to figure out if I truly believed what my parents had taught me to believe and if it was my faith or if it was their faith. And during that time period, I would say I was not walking at all close to God. I remember going to my parents' house for the weekend and we went to church. I had a friend with me who also wasn't a believer, and we go to church and they passed communion, and I knew in my heart of hearts I could not take communion. I was not in a place that was right before God. And this is from someone who knew she wasn't walking in alignment with the Christian faith because I wasn't sure. But I knew better than to take communion just to take it. It tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, speaking of communion, it says, "So anyone who eats this bread or drinks this cup of the Lord unworthily is guilty of sinning against the body and blood of the Lord." When we take communion, we are not to take it just because it's being handed out in church, but because we know we're taking it in remembrance of. We take it because it symbolizes what Jesus Christ did on the cross for us. It's a sacrament, a means of grace. And if we are not availing ourselves of the grace of God, why would we want to take something that represents His grace, where we remember what it cost and we look forward to what will happen in the future? If we are not in the right place, we should not be taking communion. My friends, I encourage you to search your hearts. If you're not right before God, don't take and eat. Just something to contemplate today. Blessings on you.